Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to do something a little different on one oil when used every day, and that is to talk about frequency. So our body's frequency. And I'm not talking in a metaphysical sense, I'm talking about the actual body frequency that can be measured by researchers and scientists. If you have a look at the physics forum on Google, you'll see that researchers put a healthy body frequency at 62 to 68 hertz. And recently, I've been reading up on the frequency of oils, and I really liked one of Jody Meschuk's posts on that specific issue. Now, she's a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, and I really like some of her posts. They really resonate with me. And I liked when she talked about frequency just recently. I think it was in the month of March. And I thought I'd read up a little bit on it and then talk about, a couple of oils that have like a really high frequency. I think we're all pretty much aware that rose has a high frequency, but it's so expensive that it's very hard for us or for anybody to just grab that oil. But I just realized that there's one that has even more of a higher frequency, and I'll talk to you about that. So part of Jody's blog, I'll just read out really rapidly because I think some of it is quite interesting. So what she says is that every organ in our body has a specific frequency, a healthy state frequency. And these frequencies are lower when we are experiencing disease, fatigue, or illness. It is known that by keeping our body's frequencies at the correct levels, our organ systems and immune system work at a more optimal level. So when two frequencies that are the same come together, it harmonizes or evens out the frequency waves and improves that living thing's function. So every organ that we have has they have their own frequency, and that's why some of the oils are better suited to help that specific organ. Okay, so what she's saying is just by smelling a high frequency oil, it can raise our frequency after we have lowered it by consuming dead or acidic food. So again, dead animal flesh and so on, that lowers our frequency, and we're trying to use oils or other foods to raise it back up. So we now know that the frequencies of certain oils are the same as certain organs, which explains why they have been used for centuries to support that organ system. So frequency is a measurable rate of electrical energy that is constant between any 2 points. So I like the fact that she, adds a little bit of physics into it. Okay, so the difference between essential oil frequency and the frequency of light. She goes on to talk about the electrical frequency. Sometimes they're, incoherent and chaotic. And then she says that so basically we're trying to harmonize, the frequency of our body by, ingesting or by putting on ourselves oils, or ingesting also fresh produce and so on. So basically she's saying that essential oils start at approximately 48 hertz. She's talking about megahertz, sorry. So Melrose, okay, that's Melrose is probably one of the lower frequency oils, but which I absolutely love in my face serum, and it can go as high as 500 plus, and that's the one I was going to talk about, is the Idaho Blue Spruce. So I don't have that oil, but when I saw that it was ranging close to the 500 megahertz frequency, I thought, well, there's something to be said about that oil, and I'll definitely have a look at it. Hopefully I'll be able to order it shortly, and I'll talk to you about it when I do receive it. So processed food has a frequency of 0, fresh produce 15, Dried herbs, 12 to 22. Fresh herbs, they are better, 20 to 27. So the healthy, okay, so that's it. She says the healthy human body, 62 to 78. Now she's talking about megahertz, and I thought it was hertz, but regardless, we're talking about, the absolute number makes sense when you look at it in a whole. And then she says, so the unhealthy body is below 59, and then a dying body is between 20 and 25. So you can see that the frequency does lower quite a bit as we are ill and going towards death. And then obviously if we're, eating dead animal flesh, this does lower our frequency. Now I'm not necessarily saying that we should never do that. What I'm saying is it simply reduces our frequency. So I could go on and on about just, frequency and the body and the oils and the different organs and what they all need. It would be a much longer post, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to research it a little bit more, and maybe just write an actual post about it in my naturaloilwoman.com website. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll come back to an actual oil tomorrow. Okay, thank you.